This is the Conscious Hour. Freedom of speech, dead on arrival. Dead, dead, dead. They don't want you to have freedom of speech. Why? Because they want to control everything that's coming out of the media, and now they're shutting us down. They're shutting the colleges down. They're shutting everything down. Is this what you want for America?
The killing has got to stop.
There is no excuse for genocide.
What are they going to do? Are they going to shoot me in the street for speaking up? They don't have any power. The only power that they have is the power we give them. You know the old saying, the king is only the king as long as the people think he's the king. As soon as they stop thinking it's the king, they're finished. I'm more concerned about the cowards who don't speak up. People who look at the television and go, isn't that awful? Let's put on a cookery program. They're the people I find disappointing. I could have a very easy life and just enjoy being a reasonably successful actor and well known and enjoy all the benefits. But my conscience wouldn't allow me. Occupation it makes me nauseous. It involves apartheid. It involves crimes against humanity. And as we're seeing at the moment, it involves genocide. If you think about it, Game of Thrones was about the nature of power and the corrupting qualities.
They're definitely taking power away from us, but they can't silence us. And so all of us have to speak out. The louder the symphony, the faster we take control of our country. The fascists are taking control of our country. Your voice counts more than ever. Don't be afraid to speak out. Everybody speaks out. Imagine if 100 million people in the United States who are all frustrated right now spoke out. It would be done. They wouldn't take control of our right to speak out and have freedom of speech. And then you have the universities. Just listen to this one. Higher education, I could say Sig Heil. We'll have one education format. It matches exactly what the Zionists want us to do, is to stay in line with their apartheid regime, I guess you'd call it.
Hi, this is Catherine Franke, a retired member of the Columbia Law Faculty. You know, Columbia University was founded 271 years ago as King's College. It later reincorporated itself as Columbia University in the city of New York. What I am hearing is that tomorrow we will learn that the university has agreed to a form of formal oversight and governance by the Trump administration, thus rendering Columbia University a subsidiary of the federal government of the Trump administration. The Columbia University that we all know, that I loved, will die tomorrow. In bits and pieces, sometimes big bits, sometimes small bits, over the last 2 years, Columbia has little by little given up any kind of meaningful commitment to its faculty, to its students, and to its incredible history as one of the most premier research and teaching institutions in the world. And that institution dies tomorrow. I'm just heartbroken. I'm really just heartbroken. You will be told that the university had no choice but to do this to get our $400 million back. We'll see if we get it back for how long. And it had to do so because we had a problem of rampant anti-Semitism on our campus. Let me say clearly, we do not have a problem of rampant anti-Semitism on our campus. We have not failed to address the issues of safety of our students. Quite the contrary. The university has put its faculty and its students at risk through its own actions across the entire constituency of the university and allowed itself to be held hostage to a political agenda that will now be concretized in a new way in this agreement that we'll hear about tomorrow.
So we send our kids to college for a higher education. When they take control, if higher education is that whole library of knowledge, here's the new education system. White is right and Zionism is right, and that's all we have left. We'll be marching little soldiers for Netanyahu's dream of a new world order. This last piece should be very troubling to anyone who cares about democracy, freedom of speech. We now have supposed government officials dressed up as ICE or dressed up as FBI coming in and knocking your doors down to arrest you because you spoke out. Let that sink in. They're doing this for fear. They're doing this to scare the hell out of you so you'll keep your mouth shut. So Netanyahu, who's the puppet master, who's costing us hundreds of billions when this thing is over, is in control if we allow freedom of speech to die. And the only way it will not die is when we all speak out. Don't be afraid. Just speak out. Call your congressional representatives. Talk to your neighbors. We need everybody in America to stand up and say, no more, no, no, no. This is our democracy. This is America. Freedom of speech is a constitutional right. And a foreign entity has no right to be influencing us, influencing our politicians, and silencing us. The conscious hour is our hour, that collective consciousness when we know what's right and what's wrong. Speak out.
No search warrant was provided.
Show me your hands now. Hands up. Hands.
Let them go. Let them go. Let them go.
I don't think you should talk to them.
I'm not requesting to be
Let them go.